Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Razovy, and today I want to take a look at the Steam Summer Sale. And I'm just gonna go through it, just gonna take a look at games that interest me, that I believe that many anime lovers will like as well. Just gonna go through it, and we'll see what's gonna happen. Now, the Steam Summer Sale is always one of my favorites, simply because it's at a time where I tend to have a lot of free time. Because for the folks that don't know, I'm a teacher. I teach high school kids. I teach history, by the way. And at around this time, I am either done or almost done with teaching. Right, the vacation is almost about to start in my country, and it basically allows me, whenever this Steam sale, this summer sale is going on, it allows me to simply pick up a couple of cheap games and just play them throughout the throughout my summer vacation, which is wonderful. Now, another benefit, if that is something you care about, are the free stickers. Now, for the folks that don't know, I also have a Steam Deck, so I'll click on Great on Deck, and then I should be able to claim a sticker, and I will. So let's take a look at things that are great on the deck. There are also stuff that is not great on the deck, but I think that especially I'm just going to focus on some cool stuff, I think. Now, the first thing that already catches my eye is two things that are on my wish list, which is, of course, Persona 3 Reload and Baldur's Gate 3. Now, to be fair, I'm not going to buy Persona 3 Reload right now. There's a reason. It's not because it's too expensive, because I think a 30% discount is very nice. The interesting thing about it, though, is that for Persona 3 Reload, I bought this on PlayStation 5 physically. I am a physical game collector, and although I love Steam, I have a huge Steam library. Um, I don't want to double dip yet. I might in the future, but I'm not going to do it now. I am saying this, but I'm also doubting, to be honest here, because I kind of want to double dip. Even though I haven't played the game yet, I played the PSP version. I know I like this game. I know, and the fact that it has new graphics and all that kind of stuff does interest me. And I don't mind double dipping on certain games. It's nice to be able to play because this is great on deck. Yeah, it's Steam Deck verified. Do you have any idea how nice it is to play these types of games on the Steam Deck? It's wonderful, really it is. So I'm kind of doubting, but for now I'm not going to buy it. What I will most likely be buying though is Baldur's Gate 3. That's 20% off. That is still that does mean that it's still an expensive game, right? It's $48, almost $50. That is nothing to scoff at. And I know that a lot of you guys watching aren't adults yet, or even if you're an adult, I know a lot of you guys are in fact still in college or university. So I'm aware that for a lot of you guys, spending money is not it is more difficult than someone like me who is a working adult, of course. So I get it, but I think that taking a look at the insane amount of good reviews, same thing with Persona, right? It has great reviews. Taking into consideration that it has overwhelmingly positive reviews, which is that is special on Steam, especially with the amounts that we're seeing here. I want to buy this game. I will buy this game. In fact, I'll add it to cart right now. So I will buy this game for sure. It's just that I believe that this game is really long. Now, for now, that's okay. Like I said, I have my vacation ahead of me, but I also want to play Persona 3 Reload on my PlayStation, or if I'm gonna double dip on my PC. So I'm still iffy on whether I'll be able to finish Baldur's Gate 3 this summer vacation. I'm not sure. So what else have we got? By the way, excuse me, I have allergies. Oh Jesus, I'm so sorry. During summer, my allergies shoot through the roof. Now, something else that I have noticed: we have Elden Ring, 30% off. I already own Elden Ring. I bought it when it was on the day that it came out. I bought it digitally on Steam. I have Cyberpunk 2077. I don't have the DLC, and I believe the DLC is also discounted. However, I only played for a couple of hours, so I'm not going to buy the DLC yet because I first need to figure out if I want to continue with the whole game in the first place. We have Sekiro. This is a great game. I'm not look. I'm sorry for the folks that might not like to hear this, but I'm not the biggest Souls game fan. simply because I find them too difficult. And sure, yeah, I get the whole get good. I get that. I genuinely get that. But I don't want to get good. I don't want to spend a full day not progressing in the game. I'm sorry. I just don't. So, but Sekiro was doable for me. I'm not saying it was easy because it was not, but it was more doable than, for example, Elden Ring. I really struggle with Elden Ring. I am slowly but steadily going through it, and I know I'll beat it eventually, but it's so difficult. It's look, maybe you think it's not. By all means, that's awesome, but my goodness. Now, one that I want everyone to buy, whether you're an anime fan, whether you're not, whatever, I don't care. For the love of God, buy The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's $3. And you might think, how good can a game be if it's $3? One of the best games I've ever played. It is insane. Please buy The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It is so insanely good. Now, then we also have Disco Elysium, also an awesome game. Not as good as The Witcher. It's not. It's not. But it's really good, though. Keep in mind that when it comes to Disco Elysium, though, there's not a lot of action. Excuse me. So with The Witcher, it's a lot of hack and slash, awesome RPG stuff, right? With Disco Elysium, you're mainly clicking, you're mainly looking at text. I don't mind that. In fact, I enjoyed it a ton. But keep in mind, Disco Elysium, if you're not into storytelling, if you're mainly into offing anything that you see, then maybe Disco Elysium is not for you. But I think it's so good, and it's only $4. It's good. It's awesome. Now, then we have, for example, Dave the Diver. Now, Dave the Diver is... I didn't give it a proper shot. I played it a bit, but I did it in a time where I simply... to be fair, I didn't have the time. So I'm planning on going back to Dave the Diver in this summer vacation. Because Dave the Diver, it's basically a collection of small games within a larger game. That's kind of how I can put it. And it's about a guy who dives into this mysterious lake, and this lake constantly changes for some reason. And basically, you're trying to do all of this to catch fish for a sushi restaurant. It's awesome. Unless you don't like pixel graphics, which is something that I've never really understood why anyone doesn't like pixel graphics. I love pixel graphics. Then again, I grew up with them. Unless you don't like that, I think you're gonna love Dave the Diver. It's a very fun game, and I think it's like 30 hours ish. If you're not going to complete everything, it'll be longer if you're gonna complete everything, of course. Then we have, let's see, what else can we? I have some actual recommendations too. I'm just going through like the basics right now. Stray, I played Stray on the PS5. Good game. I don't get the hype though. It's fun, just don't get the hype. Hades, now that one is worth it. Hades is good. I'm not the biggest roguelite fan. I'm not. I don't enjoy the repetition. But with this one I did. It's really good. Hades is freaking awesome. Then again, when I beat it, which took a while because I'm not good at these types of games. When I eventually beat, and when I say beat it, I finished like the whole run. I quit though. And I know that's not really how these games are supposed to work. You're supposed to then try again and again and again. Fair enough. But I quit after I beat the final boss, and I got a good feeling about it. However, if you want to get like I believe it's the true ending or whatnot, you need to do more. You need to beat it multiple times and eventually get the true ending. Sure, like I said, I'm a working adult. I'm just glad to beat the game once. Okay, Doom Eternal. $10 for Doom Eternal. Jesus, Mother of Mary. You need this. Buy Doom Eternal. Unless your PC is unable to run this, because it is a demanding game, unless that is the case, you need Doom Eternal for $10. My God, that's a good deal. Fallout 4, okay game. New Vegas, in my opinion, is way better. Actually, we're going to look up New Vegas soon to see if there's a sale on that too. I'm assuming there is. But if you've never played a Fallout game, go for New Vegas. If you have, Fallout 4 is definitely good. What else? Yeah, you know what? Let's go and take a look at New Vegas. So, New Vegas. There's a sale going on, I see. New Vegas is better. That's interesting. So I own New Vegas for a long time. I've owned it for a very long time. And I've been on Steam for more than a decade now. So I guess the feature of keeping track of your games wasn't implemented when I played it. And I played it a couple of years ago again, and I think it only kept track of that. That's interesting. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off track. So there is definitely a sale going on, 50% off, worth it. New Vegas is so good. So freaking good. Skyrim, of course Skyrim is good. Skyrim is peak. Go play Skyrim. Now, there's a couple of things that I wanted to highlight, though, before we actually leave. Because, for example, if you're an anime fan, I think that there are certain games that you should at least give a shot. I'm going to go from most expensive to least expensive, and I think that one that you should try is Tales of Arise. If you're into RPGs, you need to have played Tales of Arise. It is really, really good. It's 50% off, $20. It is, besides being a gorgeous game, because it's so beautiful. If you like an anime aesthetic, it is so gorgeous. Besides that, it is just an awesome story. The combat is fun. It's nothing mind blowing. It really is not, but it's fun. It's fun combat, and you'll be entertained with this game for at least, I believe, 50 hours at least, and that's if you mainly gun it for the main story, and only do a couple of side quests. So for $20, being able to play for 50 hours and actually enjoying yourself too is wonderful. The only bad thing that I can say about this game is that it could have been shorter. The final part of this game is a little bit too drawn out, just a little bit. It's not the end of the world, and it's still enjoyable, but it would have been nicer if they would have cut it short a bit. But it's good. It really is. Then we have, for example, Scarlet Nexus, another game that you should definitely play. So cool. Scarlet Nexus is so cool. Now, there's multiple tiers. If you can get the best tier, I would go for it because you get a lot of cool stuff. But if you only get the base game, you're still golden. Basically, you play as two protagonists, not at the same time. Excuse me. You play as this guy and you play as her. And basically, if you want to complete this game, you need to play through this game 2 times. And although certain things will be the same when you play the game, if you play as her, you have a whole different crew, and of course a different character, which is her, than if you play as this guy. They have 2 different crews, they have different abilities. So I played through it twice, and I thought it was worth it. If you're a working adult like me, is it always worth it to do that? No. For example, Nier Automata, which is something that we'll talk about soon, is wonderful, and you need to play it multiple times to actually get the true ending. I just didn't do it. Too much of the same. But with this, it's not too much of the same. Really, Scarlet Nexus is worth it. Then I already said it. Nier Automata or Nier Automata. I'm not really sure where to put the emphasis on. I tend to say Nier Automata, but I'm not sure if that's actually how I pronounce it. Basically, this is a hack and slash game. It's wonderful. You basically play as this girl, and she just kills huge monsters, as you can see. It's so cool. It is such a wonderful story. Officially speaking, you need to play it multiple times to get like the true ending. I'm not gonna do that. I like playing through it once, but the idea of going through it again and again and again is not something that appeals to me with this specific game. And then finally, one that I would highly recommend is this series, the Senran Kagura series. Now, Senran Kagura. Did I do that wrong? No, there we go. Senran Kagura series. They always get like huge discounts on Steam. And basically, this is, I think mainly guys will like this, but this is wonderful. You have Peach Ball, which is like pinball. You have Ninja Wars, which is like a hack and slash, like a beat 'em up type of thing. Peach Beach Splash, which is like a, I'll just show you real quick. It is, as you can see, it is over the top when it comes to its content, but it is something that if you're into anime, especially as a guy, this is a lot of fun. These games are not the most, how should I put it, the most difficult or the most, they're not changing any genre, but it's just mindless fun. So definitely take a look at the Senran Kagura series, and within this series I would highly advise you to at least buy, where is it, Burst Renewal. At least go for that one, Burst Renewal. I own Peach Beach Splash on PlayStation 5, and the final one that I would recommend is this one. Also a huge discount. This is a racing game, same kind of vibe as Senran Kagura. Again, if these games don't appeal to you, fair enough. There's so much good stuff right now on Steam, but keep in mind that if you're into anime, these games are, especially as a guy, these games are so fun. Having said that, though, please go to Steam and please play some awesome games. And if you have a potato as a PC, I think you can at least get this game, which is Balatro or Balatro. I've heard some people say Balatro, but I don't think that's right. I prefer Balatro. And basically, this is a poker game. You might think, well, poker. I don't know anything about poker. I don't want to gamble. Fair enough, that makes sense. But this has nothing to do with gambling. Basically, this is a game in which you try to play poker hands. And whenever you make a hand, you get points. However, you have these joker cards that you can see here, and these joker cards actually modify the way that you play. And eventually, it's your job to get for example, score at least 600 here, and then you need to get to 600s. And maybe a joker card makes a double pair, a two pair, right? A better hand for you. So you try to play two pairs constantly, that kind of stuff. This game is so much fun, and it runs on any PC. For example, this is my gaming PC that I'm currently on, but I also have a Linux machine, a mini PC, where I run Linux on, Pop OS specifically, because I like Linux. I like to mess around with it. And this mini PC is not good. Like when it comes to the specs, it is not good. But even that mini PC can run Balatro. You can run Balatro, and it is how much off is it right now? $13 is that's doable. Go for it, Balatro, even if you have a potato PC. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this video was useful and fun to you. If it was, make sure to click on the like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed, do me a favor and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, I was Razovy, and you were you. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.